We have some FT breaking news. Ha-Seong Kim has signed a 2-year, $29 million contract with the Tampa Bay Rays. Opt out after year one, coming off of shoulder surgery. Ken Rosenthal just reported that he will likely be back or expected to be back in May. I remember at some point someone else was reporting like, oh, he's not going to start the season on time. It happened in the offseason. It was like, we all knew that. We saw those reports late last season. But anyway, this is a really slick defender, guys. He's coming off a shoulder surgery. I don't think either of you had a major shoulder injury in your life?
No.
AJ, I'm assuming no. Okay. So, but AJ, the question I'm leading to is 2 years, 29 for the Rays is like 10 years, or it's like 2 years, 290 for the Dodgers. Like $29 million is a lot of money for the Rays. I'm serious. So they're expecting him to be good. They feel good about the medicals. Do you think this is a good move for a team that really hasn't been talked about much this offseason besides where they're going to play?
I do think this is a great move. I think he can play multiple positions for him. I don't know if he's going to play shortstop. If Camareno, as Kratz calls him, plays shortstop, I don't know if he's playing third base or shortstop or what. But I love this move, especially defensively. He's a solid, really great defender. He figured out hitting a couple years ago. He was hurt last year, but I love this move for the Rays. And you know what? The Rays are probably hoping we'll sign him to a 2-year deal. And if he has a great year, he'll opt out. We only are on the hook for 1 year. And if he opts in, we'll trade him to somewhere else anyway. So it's a great move for the Rays for 1 year, whenever he's ready. The sad part is he won't be ready for opening day, more than likely.
Hey, this is great for him. Ha-Seong Kim gets an opportunity to, I think, play as much as possible. If you go somewhere else and you're coming off an injury, we don't know how much we can put you out there. Just really increases his value. Obviously, an injury year going into your platform year, going to free agency, that sucks. $29 million, that's great if it doesn't work out for him this year and he still has to rebuild his value the next year. But you go in, you play. That's the name of the game. You play, you get out there. And what I was thinking of when I said Camarena, Daniel Camarena, he was he hit a grand slam he was a pitcher, and he hit a grand slam against Max Scherzer. So
there you go. Okay, so where do we have the Rays? Like, let's say Kim comes back in May and he finds it. We see the 2023 Kim, who won a utility gold glove. He was one of the best defenders in baseball. I think it was about a 5-win player, 17 homers, 38 stolen bases. He had a monster year. I mean, he's got elite range. That's still going to be there. But can he come back from this thing and look like himself? So he was diving back to first base on a pickoff attempt. It was in August. And then he tried to rehab it. That didn't work. Went through the shoulder surgery situation. The Rays need him to look like the version from 2 years ago if they're going to be competitive, because I actually think the Rays are going to be a little bit better than they were last year. And they weren't bad last year, but arms are back, AJ. And for them, arms are young and have a little more seasoning.
Yeah, where are the Rays going to be? It's a tough division. I mean, Yankees, Orioles, we just talked to G-Rod, get Grayson Rodriguez. What are the Blue Jays going to be? Red Sox are going to be better. Every time we count the Rays out, they're kind of like the Brewers. Oh, the Rays aren't going to be very good. They make the playoffs and win 90 games. I don't know. I think I like this signing because he plays defense, and with their starting pitching and what Kevin Cash and Snyder are always able to do with their bullpen, I love this because they need guys that can catch the ball.
I don't think they're passing. I don't think they're passing the Yankees. I don't think they're passing the Orioles. If you mash up the other teams there, 3 through 5, I'm good with that, but I don't think they have enough with this signing, or even with a couple other signings, little signings. I don't think they have enough to pass them. Not where both those teams are right now.
I think they're a lower ceiling, higher floor type team, right? They're not going to be bad. They're not going to be shocking the world, but they're going to be hanging around. And if some teams in the AL East crumble, they can pounce and maybe fight for a wild card.
We'll see. The AL is weaker than the NL. Let's just say that. The AL is weaker than the NL. So that's
more
why
of a lane.
With their pitching that they always seem to figure it out with, they have a shot. I mean, they have a shot to wiggle their way in, and nobody wants to face their starters and their bullpen if they're all healthy.
Exactly. All right, so cool move by the Rays. If you're catching this after the fact and you can comment, send us a comment on what you think, because as small as this looks, money-wise, it is a big, big investment for the Rays to make just based on how they operate. The Rays, the Guardians, and the Brewers basically make a lot of other teams look bad who try to copy them and don't do so successfully. But that's why they're always kind of there right now.